What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here again with another video for you, and in today's video I'm going to go over why I choose to stake my algo with the Ledger Nano X, so stay tuned, you are not going to want to miss this one. Alright guys, welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be talking about staking, specifically algo, and why I choose to use the Ledger Nano X. But before I jump into the content on this one and kind of how it works, I wanted to address sort of the elephant in the room when it comes to Ledger, and that is the recent Ledger hack. Now if you're unfamiliar with this, just a small recap here. Ledger got their database hacked with all of users' names, address, phone numbers, other personal identifying information, and it was leaked on the dark web. And there's been a lot of phishing and social engineering attacks recently that have been going out. Now, just to reiterate, your private keys, if you own one of these devices, are not compromised. However, you want to be aware that they're going to be Ledger will be sending you very fishy emails that appear to be Ledger but aren't, asking you for your 24 or 12 word recovery seed phrase. They're going to ask you to enter in other information. If you get an email that looks legitimate, that looks like it's from Ledger, do not open it. Don't click on any links from it. Don't enter any information, especially your seed phrase. I know that seems like common sense, but sometimes it's very convincing, and you just want to be aware that you never, ever, ever enter that in through an email, through a link, through anything like that, and keep it offline, preferably on a metal recovery seed backup. But anyways, I just wanted to reiterate that none of your private keys are compromised, but they definitely have some explaining to do in terms of their security measures on where they store their information and so on. But anyways, let's get right into the content here. Algo, very interesting new project. There's a reason that I choose to stake it on the Ledger Nano X. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you probably already know that Ledger Nano X is one of my least favorite hardware wallets out of all of them that I've reviewed. And the reason simply for this is that the user experience is pretty terrible in relation to other hardware wallets that I prefer. So the screen is small, it doesn't have very many buttons, it's hard to switch between apps, you can't read the entire address that you're sending and receiving from on the tiny screen. Overall, it's just not a good user experience, and that's really the only gripe that I have with it. On the other hand, the development and the support and the features that they have are top-notch with Ledger Live. This is one of the only hardware wallets where it's very, very simple to stake any cryptocurrency. And right now they have 4 native applications. They have Tezos, they have Cosmos, they have Tron, and then of course they just added Algo, which is why I'm making this video. And I've done some previous videos, I'll link it above, of how I staked my Tezos and how I staked my Cosmos using this as well. But overall, this is the best hardware wallet for staking at this time. There are other hardware wallets that are adding staking as we speak, and some very interesting ones, which I have a future video coming up next on, so I'll dive deeper into that. But for now, Algo is the only native application that is going to be used for Ledger Nano X, and it's very simple. But I just want to do a quick overview on Algo and how the staking on this is different from the other coins that Ledger offers. So just to give a recap, if you're unfamiliar with Algo, Algo is a scalable, secure, and decentralized digital currency and smart contract platform. Its protocol uses a variation of proof of stake called POS and pure proof of stake, or PPOS, to secure the network and reach consensus on block production. Unlike other POS models, PPOS does not reward, nor does it put validator or users' funds at risk of being slashed. This is to incentivize and promote honest node and user behavior. Algorand intends to eventually leverage its PPOS design to form the foundation of an on-chain governance system. So the key takeaway there is that it doesn't have a validator, and it doesn't have a node that you have to essentially stake your Algo on in order to secure the network, which is really interesting. Every other proof of stake platform requires that, so this is a little bit different. So you may be wondering, how do I actually earn interest, or how do I earn rewards on my algo using Ledger Nano X if there's no delegation and there's no staking? So let me address that right now. The way that it works is, again, just recapping how this is different. The rewards are different because you can earn passive income by participating. All addresses that contain one algo or more will automatically receive rewards. The current annual yield on algo is between 5 to 6%. Now that isn't as high as other proof of stake coins, especially using Ledger. However, this is allowing only a one algo in your wallet in order to start earning rewards. So there's no minimum requirement in order to stake on Ledger. Very interesting that all you have to do is basically just send your rewards from either the exchange or from a web wallet like Exodus or something like that, and send it to the Ledger Nano X. Just to reiterate, you can't stake this using Exodus on any hardware wallet. Exodus is its own web wallet, and even though other wallets like Trezor Model T and stuff can connect to it, you can't actually stake using any other hardware wallets using Exodus. So I just want to address that because I've gotten questions on that before. But getting back to this, rewards are claimed every time a transaction occurs to and from your account. You can also do a transaction of 0 algo to yourself and claim the rewards. So bottom line, you basically just get rewards by holding it on your Ledger device. So instead of doing it, keeping it on an exchange or keeping it on a web wallet where your private keys could be compromised, this is obviously the preferred method and the safest way to do it. So obviously keeping possession of your private keys offline on a hardware wallet is going to be your best option, and I still have faith in Ledger as a company, and I know that they'll be able to overcome and bounce back from this particular situation, and I don't feel nervous or that my private keys are at risk. So just wanted to give you sort of reassurance that even though this has happened with Ledger, I still use them for all of my staking, for my Tezos, for my Cosmos, and so on. So you can go to here, I'm going to link this below, ledger.com/staking-Algorand. You can come here, you can estimate the rewards depending on how much you have, and we'll give you an estimation of how much money you can earn. There's a little calculator here, so you can go ahead and click that for your own situation. And then it is super simple, which is why I like Ledger for staking. You just install the application on your Ledger Live app, whether it be on your desktop or if you have a mobile device like I use for my Ledger Nano X, and iOS or Android app is very convenient to install and use. You just create the account, generate the address, and then you just send at least one algo, and then that's it. There's no validator that you need to connect to. There's no extra steps. This is the easiest staking process out of any coins. So you just want to be aware that this is different than most other staking. It is a different process, much easier process, and all you have to do is basically just send your funds to that wallet address once you set it up on Ledger Live, and you're good to go. So just driving this home, right now, ALGO is a very interesting project in terms of its infrastructure and its scalability with smart contracts. So it's something that I'm very bullish on long term. Currently at about 49 to 50 cents, depending on which exchange that you're using. But of course, I always recommend keep possession of your private keys. Make sure that they're in your possession and use the Ledger Nano X. There may be other better user experiences with other hardware wallets in the future, but as of filming this video, this is the simplest, and it's always safest to have your crypto on a hardware wallet, period, versus any other option, exchanges, web wallets, mobile wallets, etc. So just wanted to kind of give a recap there of why I did it, how easy it is. I tested this earlier and I've already started receiving rewards. It happens instantly. There's no waiting period, so you can go ahead and test it out. There's really no risk in testing this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. I will answer them for you. And then go ahead and click right here at the top. There is going to be a link for you to watch my detailed video on how to stake your Tezos using Ledger Nano X. And this is actually my highest bucket on Ledger Nano X. So go ahead and check out this video, and I will see you in the next video. Crypto Renegade out.